Hello, kindergarten friends. We are going to continue our work with inquiry this week by asking ourselves, why is voting important? And we talked a little bit on Tuesday about why people vote and why it's important to vote and how people vote to choose their leaders for our country. Today, you're going to watch a little video about the president. And now a lot of people, they want to vote during big election years, every 4 years, to vote in a new president. So we're going to quickly watch this brain pop video about the president and what the job and the responsibilities are for the president. And then we're going to talk about why it's so important to vote and why we want to have good leaders in our country.
What are you doing now, Moby? You want to be king of the United States? Moby, our country doesn't have a king. Our leader is the president. Why do we have a president? Before the United States was a country, it was made up of 13 colonies. The colonies were ruled by the King of England, who lived very far away. Kings and queens are born into power, and they're not elected by the people. The people living in the colonies wanted to choose their own leaders, so they wrote the Constitution, which created a new system of government that was independent from England. The Constitution gave people the right to elect their president. What is the president's job? The president lives and works in the White House in Washington, D.C. The job comes with a lot of big responsibilities. The president plays an important part in making laws. Members of Congress introduce bills and vote on them. If Congress passes a bill, it gets sent to the White House. If the president signs a bill, it becomes a law. But the president can veto or say no to a bill. Then the bill gets sent back to Congress for changes or a new vote. Part of the president's job is to enforce laws and make sure that they're followed. He or she also creates policies, which are plans for the whole country to follow. The president might set up a policy to cut down on pollution or to make schools better. The president also prepares the national budget and figures out how to spend the country's money. The president chooses judges to be on the Supreme Court and picks people to be on the cabinet, which is a group of experts that helps the president. Each member of the cabinet focuses on a special area, like education, transportation, or agriculture. Another responsibility of the president is to lead the armed forces, which include the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. The president also meets with world leaders to discuss problems and decides how the United States will work with other countries. The president has a big job to do. Who can become president? The Constitution states that the president must be at least 35 years old and must be born in the United States and have lived here for at least 14 years. The president can be a man or a woman and be of any race or religion. The people who run for president are called candidates. Before the election, The candidates share their ideas about how they would lead and change the country. People listen to speeches and vote for the candidate they think will do the best job. People get to vote for a president every 4 years. This means the president serves 4 years at a time, which is called a term. He or she can only serve for 2 terms, or 8 years total, so different people can lead the country. So now you want to be president? Are you at least 35 years old? Were you born in the United States? Where are you from anyway?
So after watching that video, I hope you really thought about the jobs that the president has to do. When we are voting, we work really hard to choose leaders that are responsible and respectful because they have so many jobs to do. They help make the laws, they help make policies for our country to follow. They have to deal with the money that we have. They have to deal with managing our armed forces, the people in our military who help us. And that's why it's really important that we vote and we choose good leaders. So even though you guys can't vote yet, I want you to think about what some good qualities would be in a president. So what do you think you would do if you were president? I hope that you would choose to be kind to other people and make decisions that are best for everyone. And so today, we're going to read a short story about voting. And then after that, you're going to get out a piece of paper and you're going to write about what you would do if you were president. This is a story called Election Day. And this is a nonfiction story all about something that happens in real life. It's a story about how adults can vote for the leaders in their country. Election Day is a day when people vote. They can vote to keep or change leaders. They can vote to make new rules or laws. How does Election Day work? People help set up places to vote on Election Day. People travel to places to vote on Election Day. People wait in line to vote on Election Day. People check in to vote on Election Day. People use booths to vote on Election Day. People get stickers for voting on Election Day. People count the votes on Election Day. People change things in their city, state, or country on Election Day. And also, the story didn't mention it, but people can mail in their vote on Election Day. So people work really hard to think about who they want to vote for, and then that helps vote for the leaders of the United States of America. And that's why people vote on Election Day.